If you know anything about me, you know that I love Square Enix more than any other game company ever. Probably rivals my love for Nintendo. I love all the games they make. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Final Fantasy. I love Dragon Quest. I love Triangle Strategy, even though the name's stupid. I love Bravely Default. I don't like Octopath Traveler, but that's a story for another day. It's exciting that it's getting a second, but I digress. I like Square Enix. I like Square Enix a lot. I always look forward to their games, and I always get very excited whenever they put out a new bit of news. I was let down by them at the start of 2022 when they put out a giant letter from the president of the company saying that they're starting looking into the metaverse and NFTs. And, you know, if you've paid attention to 2022 at all, you'll know the metaverse is failing and dying and choking, and NFTs are laughable and hilarious. If any NFT bros are in my video right now, hey, I'm so sorry you spent $15,000 on a picture, and now it's worth less than my McDonald's Happy Meal I just ordered. Hey guys, how it's going? It's Scootish, and I'm back with some video game news. If you like these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I am going to try to remind you earlier, because a shocking 75% of you guys don't subscribe to the channel, and I think that's crazy. Please subscribe. I think hitting big subscribe numbers would be cool. I want to see if it would make me cool. It probably won't, but I want to try it. Also, I go live on Twitch every single night, twitch.tv/Scootish. Check me out there also. But back to the story. NFTs and Square Enix seem to be melding together, and I hate it. It started in July when they put out their very first NFTs, which were Final Fantasy VII NFT toys. These toys are modeled after the original designs of the characters, not the remakes of the characters, and they all come with an NFT certificate signifying they're authentic and real. This is a terrible first product for them to sell, and I'll tell you why. Because NFTs are a danger to the environment and society, and Final Fantasy VII is all about a group of eco-terrorists trying to save the environment from a big, evil, scary company. Square Enix is literally the bad guys from their own freaking video game that they're still making. They're remaking it. They have 2 other Final Fantasy VII games coming out this year, and they are selling that. It's insane. It's absolutely bonkers and absolutely crazy to me. Well, that failed. It crashed and burned. I don't think anyone really bought any of those toys. I haven't seen anyone bring it up, really, and everyone is like, it's a scam, don't buy it. And I refrained from buying it because aside from the toy being like a hefty price itself, I'm over the price. That's embarrassing. About $160. I just don't want to support anything that has an NFT. I turn down sponsors and people that want to work with me all the time because they want to sponsor me through an NFT. And I tell them, no, I don't want to endanger the environment at all. Well, I thought we got the message across. I thought Square Enix learned and was like, oh, this is a bad idea. I thought they saw the recent market trends and were like, wow, NFTs, bad idea. Glad we're pumping the brakes. Well, they recently trademarked a word called Symbiogenesis. And if you know anything about Symbiogenesis, it means when one organism merges with a different organism and they merge to become like one singular organism, whether it's good or bad. Well, that's actually the basis for a game called Parasite Eve, a game they made during the PlayStation era. It was a survival horror adventure game, and it was really, really fun and really, really good. It took place in Manhattan. I live in Manhattan. I like it because it takes place where I live, and it's fun to kind of run around and be like, haha, that's not what Manhattan looks like. It was one of those games, but that's okay. But that's kind of like what the entire game was about. A parasite merged with someone, and it became an evil thing, and they kept merging evil parasites with other people, and they became monsters, and you had to kill them, and you had to stop her from making more monsters. So when Square Enix trademarked that word, everyone thought, oh my god, new Parasite Eve game. That's really exciting. It would be less exciting if you saw their tweet today. It's a video, and it's quite sad. It's quite sad. It's an NFT collectible art project. It's not even a game. It's not even something you can physically hold. It is... It is quite literally just a digital picture. It is quite literally just a freaking JPEG that you'll own. It's insane to me that they're making this and that they're doing this. This is also right after Square Enix of Japan says the Japanese market is no longer viable and it's no longer sufficient enough to just recoup the investments. The global market is now the priority. They're now making projects that are bigger and better that the entire world can get in on. And they think NFTs are that kind of path in that way. They're moving away from video games. And that is furthered by them selling their entire Western studios of Crystal Dynamics and Eidos. They are the guys that make Guardians of the Galaxy, a game that I really love. Tomb Raider, a game that I really, really love. Avengers. That's good. Yeah. Get rid of that. But Deus Ex. I love Deus Ex. Remember that Deus Ex? I loved that game. That game was awesome too. And they're selling that. They're getting rid of everything. And it's just really weird. And they're selling them to focus more on the blockchain. They're using the sale to focus more on the blockchain. And this is probably their focus more on the blockchain. They're selling these studios and these game franchises to focus more on NFTs and other Web3 developed things. And I just think that's insane. Because I think they're really great at storytelling. I think they're fantastic at making music. I think they could really succeed if they focused on that stuff, those kind of things. Or maybe if they just open themselves up for a buyout. Get bought out. People have been saying for years Sony should buy Square Enix. They kind of just go hand in hand. The games are pretty much exclusive to Sony consoles anyway. I feel like they would work really well together. I kind of feel like they're tanking their business on purpose so they can be bought out maybe. I know that's an insane thing to say after I said that they were doing that for The Witcher. Check out that video too. I said that CD Projekt Red was making themselves appear a bit more profitable so they could be bought out. Maybe Square Enix doing that right now. They got a heavy slew of games coming out in the next year or two. They got Kingdom Hearts 4, Dragon Quest 12, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core Reunion, which is a remake of a great PSP game. And, did I say Dragon Quest 12? Oh, no, Final Fantasy 16. They got 5 of their main franchise, their big money makers, coming out in the next 2 to 3 years. They look pretty good. They could be bought up right now. I have to imagine that's what they're doing because I don't know who they're tricking or who's buying their NFT garbage. I just hate it. I hate that Square Enix is killing their franchise and killing their business. That's all I got for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.